dropping back. It's Stockton. He gets loose. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
Quick completion to the tight end. Looks like Georgia will have the first down. As the tight end flex out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kurt.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Got the first down and still motoring. Finally make the stop right near midfield. First down.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Snags the quick throw. Tackle is finally made, but the gain is all the way to the 24.
But it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain in a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. There's the handoff. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Now it's 2nd down here. Back to pass. It's Stockton. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Dogs! As they claim the lead here in this playoff game. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepare for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So no return here. He takes him in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Strong tackle there.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Moore. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer to the 47.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy that can run it. Do not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. He started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws, and Justin Herbert. Of course, enough said, we see it every NFL Sunday what he can do. 4-year starter for the Ducks. We're still seeing these Ducks quarterbacks being able to throw the football.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Looking to scramble now. He's swarmed by the defense.
Man, that's what I really love about this quarterback. Looks downfield. Everybody's covered. Instead of just throwing this ball away, he's got the athletic ability to make this defense pay for it by picking up some good yards.
Crucial 3rd down play right here. They'll try to run for the first down. Finds room at the 30. Able to convert on third, sets him up now, first down to the 22.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. With all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
That's a really nice job of bouncing back by this defense after giving up that big gain. This time they get the pressure and bring that quarterback down.
That sack makes it second down and forever. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. On the move now. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Ducks hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Gonna pick up the third and short through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Johnson. Touchdown, Ducks! As they fight back here in this playoff game. Here comes the point after attempt.
That's what I love about this running back is he's so dangerous after the catch. You know, you look at him and you think about the ability to run between tackles or even bounce it outside, and that's great. But what makes him really one of the more dangerous backs in the country is this right here. Catch the ball to the backfield, make people miss, and take it into the end zone.
Kickoff a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient, precise. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
After the loss on first down, it's second and long from the 22. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Back to throw. It's Stockton. Catch made on the left side. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
We're going to go with the Wildcat formation and an extra blocker. Let's see what they have in mind here. Oh, and he's going backwards. The Wildcat look did not fool this defense at all.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looking to scramble. Deep throw across his body to the left. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
The Bulldogs will have to kick it away, and the offense will punt for the first time this afternoon. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And now the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 38. Heading left after the handoff. Hits into space at the 50. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the quarterback keeps it on the option.
It's a nice game by this offense. This quarterback has such a good feel for running the option. Whether it's handing it, keeping it himself, or pitching it, puts a lot of pressure on the discipline of this defense.
second down after that run on the previous play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
A nice job here by this back picking up a first down and living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on, but right off the top of my head, you got to start with Kenyon Barner and Michael James and throw in DeAnthony Thomas. What a golden era it was for the Oregon Ducks when it came to running backs. And they're still trying to live up to that to this day.
Quick throw, testing the middle. The sophomore, a little bit too much air into that throw.
Oh, man, I really like the route here by this wide receiver. Does a nice job of separating, creates some space there. The quarterback, unfortunately, just puts that ball too far out in front of him.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. On the run here, lets it go. And this pass is caught. They bring him down, but that play moves him into scoring position. 1st and 10 from the 11.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Oregon.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
The extra point gives him a 14-7 lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Looking for the wide out. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Nice grab. It's Humphreys. And they finally get him down, but a huge gain to wrap up this first quarter. So, Court, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Direct snap. Bringing pressure. End zone ahead. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Back out on the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Anytime a quarterback's quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. Good job there finding the back of that angle route. The timing was perfect there.
Yeah, effective third down play to be able to move the chains. I really like the cut there on the route by the running back, getting across the middle of the field. And like you said, the quarterback does a nice job of getting the ball out of his hands quickly to give the back a chance to not only catch the ball, but get the yards for the first down.
We're back starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Quarterback still with the football. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, oh man, was the defense ready for this play. The quarterback just searching for anywhere to go, looking for daylight, but couldn't find anywhere to go in to keep him.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Grab down the middle. It's low. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long, so this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for his back. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. Gets some space around the 30. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Ducks. He broke away, and they couldn't catch him.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball and the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. Breaking tackles. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
To throw, it's Stockton. He breaks free. Running through the tackle. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Taking a deep shot here to the right. It's caught inside the red zone, still on his feet. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there.
How about that? Receiver had nobody around him. That's frankly embarrassing for this defense when you let someone deep downfield go completely uncovered.
The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's first and goal just outside the 5. In the red area, it's Brown. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
He moves the ball to the 4. It's third down and goal. The receiver makes the catch. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, in my opinion, what we just witnessed is one of the toughest things to do in football as a defender, and that's making an open field tackle. A lot of times, those one-on-one matchups against shifty receivers, the receiver wins. This time, let's tip our cap to that defender. Great play.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Great job here by the play caller going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. It's very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's low. And the return will be brought down. The Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. On the move, but can't find the receiver, and he's brought down.
Boy, great job here by this defensive lineman from Georgia using his hands and his speed to close in on the quarterback and come up with this sack. And they've had some great ones over the years, Chris, as you know, starting with our guy, David Pollack, who had as good a career in his time in Athens as anybody who's ever put on that uniform. Richard Seymour, brilliant career with the Patriots, but it all started in Athens. Jalen Carter, just an enforcer up front. And I even throw in Geno Atkins, who had a great career.
They got him again. He's like a statue back there.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Fires it to the wideout. It's incomplete. This efficient offense doesn't convert on 3rd down this time.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
He'll field the punt. It's a foot race. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off, and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Second down play coming up. Back to throw. It's Stockton. Catch made on the right side. They bring him down after a short gain there.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Moves out of the pocket. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure worked. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. Knocks that one right down the middle. And they've reclaimed the lead with that. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. First down, looking to throw the ball. He escapes the pocket. The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage.
Boy, what a call here by the offensive coordinator. Dialed it up perfectly. The play looked like it had a chance for a big gain. Unfortunately, the quarterback off on the accuracy, put that ball too far out in front of the receiver.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fires it to the wideout. What a catch!
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He bought some time, now lets it go. Grab down the middle. It's low. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Makes the grab. It's Casper. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 27.
Boy, this quarterback throws a beautiful ball. Another big game for this offense and a chance to get points on the board before we get to halftime.
The Ducks will have 1st and 10 here. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He's going to pull it down and run. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson.
The back catches it on this play. To me, he almost looks like a wide receiver on the design. A little toe tap at the end. He's definitely been practicing that technique during practice.
First down here for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Touchdown, Oregon. This offense really clicking. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Mistake by the kicker, and the offense will set up now at the 40. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. The receiver grabs it. Second effort, the defense cannot stop him short of the mark. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Near the sideline. It's through Freaks. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
That's a great catch near the sideline and does a good job of getting that foot down to secure the catch.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's an out route. The catch made. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Lets it go quickly. It is intercepted. He could go across midfield. Out past the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ducks. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow.
Boy, in an instant, Chris, you go from having a chance to cut into this lead to now being down double digits after the interception return for a touchdown. What a play by this defense.
They're setting out to try the PAT. And the extra point makes it 35-24. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Bringing it out. It's low. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. Trying to build the lead as we begin the third quarter and trying to clean up those pass protection issues. Makes a nice move there. Gabe moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
The game makes it second and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. On the move now. Caught over the middle. It's low. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier. Absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Offense now behind the 6 on second down. They need 12 after that first down loss. Looking to scramble. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Quarterback heading right, trying to create on the move. Ball comes loose. The defense scoops it up. The 10. Touchdown. Dogs. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment. That is any defender's dream. Comes up with a fumble, takes it back to the house.
I can't believe the speed that this guy has to be able to score. I thought maybe pick it up, maybe go a few yards, but instead he took it all the way.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. Offense still out there, down by 5. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion and make this a 3-point game. Looks to the left, pass caught. He'll get in there for 2 points. Now the deficit, just a field goal. Scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's low. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Johnson. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Cannot connect incompletely. Now 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. And it's a direct snap. He's running out of time here. Powering through the defender. They get him down, but not before an explosive run play on this Wildcat look. It's a first down. 1st and 10 now for the offense. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Back to pass. It's Stockton. Quick throw to his receiver. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Tackle is finally made, but the gain is all the way to the 24.
Well, it's hard to be in man coverage when the quarterback has this kind of time to be able to navigate and find the open man. He finds his receiver pulling away from that defender, makes a nice throw and a first down.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. The Bulldogs looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Tackle at the 8 after the completion.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football on this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
The Dogs looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. 2nd down and goal upcoming. A run to the left, trying to find Bader. Touchdown, Georgia! And they jump on top here in the second half.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out. It's low. Tackle at the 7-yard line. That's good coverage, but a bad decision to bring it out. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? He'll be sacked back at the 2-yard line.
Well, that's the challenging aspect of these RPOs. Kind of that gray area on the read. The quarterback felt he could pull that and try to make a play off to his right, but the defense is all over the quarterback, and they push him backwards.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. Pump over the middle. It's Johnson. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. He's going to take off. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. Defense will accept the holding penalty. This pass rush has been ferocious. Offensive line resorting to anything to try to protect the quarterback. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's low. And we're able to get him down.
Boy, a nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. So a very makeable third down for the offense from the 29. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. On the run here. Lets it go. Receiver makes the catch. And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field.
Well, Chris, this is what we see all the time now in the modern game of college football. The quarterback's ability to not only throw the football, but the athletic ability to be able to create, get outside, put pressure on the defense, because he could take off and run it. And in this case, he makes a great throw for a first down.
The pass on first down, caught by the back. Tackle is made at the 42-yard line.
Here's the second down play. Hands off to the left. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down.
Hey, it's not a lot, but you know what? It's enough for the first down. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. First down. They're going to throw the football. Moves out of the pocket. Fires it on the move. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36.
Gain of 20. First down for the offense.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far, sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sets where we have a chance. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Gonna run it. It's Johnson.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
11th play of this grinding drive here in the playoff game. Third down and short. Out of the gun now on third down. He escapes the pocket. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They make the tackle, but that's enough to set him up first down at the 15.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. And the pass rush finally gets home for a sack.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I do not want to see the game flip. This has been a tough game for the big boys. It appears almost like they've just been moonwalking the entire game, and they've been pushed all around. That's 6 sacks surrendered all.
Looking downfield near the end zone. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
I really feel that this quarterback is rattled. At this point, he's already been sacked a number of times. I think it's affecting his timing with his receivers.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. It's complete. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down.
With that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
So on fourth down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. Makes it look easy.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Their last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Now I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
So 2nd and 7 at the 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. To the air, it's Stockton. Breaks in open space. They bring it down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Because much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
The shotgun handoff here. He fought hard there, broken tackle, but brought down short of the sticks.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Brown. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Here we go, late in a tight game. This might be the biggest play so far. 3rd and 2. And they pick up the first on the ground. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. Past the 10. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That's another touchdown for this running back. They can't stop him. Dream performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, this is going to be a performance we're going to be talking about for a long time. I just love watching because he's doing it in so many different ways. We've seen speed. We've seen his physicality. He's breaking tackles. Boy, just an absolute dream scenario, as you said.
And the extra point goes up and good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Is back out on the field. Settled for 3 last time. No doubt they're looking for the end zone in this possession. On the move now. Makes the catch downfield. They finally get him down, but it's a chunk play through the air. This is turning into a monster day for this quarterback, Kirk. His passing yards now up over 350.
Yeah, and it seems like this defense has tried everything. They're blitzing, they're sitting back in zone, they're trying to double cover certain receivers. Everything that they've tried is, unfortunately for them, not working because of how well this quarterback is seeing it and throwing to that. Man, when a quarterback starts moving around like that, you move into what some defensive coordinators would call a second play because it becomes almost like backyard football at that point. That was a good job by the defense playing discipline and forcing the incompletion.
They'll try a pass here. The short hands, it's low. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Important third down play coming up. Back to throw again. Grab down the middle. It's Hill. A gain enough to set up first down now at the 39.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's looking to scramble. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in a fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space and lanes. And he takes off and picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking to scramble. Launches it deep down the left side. Touchdown, Oregon. Great catch when they desperately needed it.
Boy, what a great job by this offense to put this touchdown up on the board with under 3 minutes to go. It's a no-brainer. You go for two and try to tie this game up here late.
The offense is out there. Here comes a two-point conversion attempt. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He'll make it into the end zone. The two-point try will tie our score here late in the game. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. To throw, it's Stockton. Looks left and finds his target there. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route. You prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he can do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Second down, they're going to throw it. That's caught. It's Brown. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Wow, how about that, Chris? Nothing open downfield. He gets underneath to his running back, picks up some positive yards, but it's got to remember, they got to go quick.
Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
It's a good job by the defense here on this third down, and now it's going to bring up a big fourth down play and a decision here for the head coach.
Tie ball game, late, and they're going for it on fourth down. Their last chance here. Moves out of the pocket. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on fourth down.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. Here we go. One last chance for this offense to score and win it in regulation. The pocket breaking down. Gets loose, able to scramble for a solid gain. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Chance for the quarterback to make some magic here. Last drive, time ticking away. They look to throw it here on second down. And they heave it deep downfield. Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Ducks. They take the lead in the final minute.
Chris, I thought we might be headed to overtime here, but this offense would not be denied. Outstanding execution, and they take the lead. Now it's all about can their defense hold on to see if they can get this win.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Long kickoff. No chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. Comes down to this in this playoff game. Fourth quarter. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? Scanning the field. It's Stockton. Looking for a late deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. He escapes the pocket. Caught over the middle. It's Humphries. They bring him down, but he makes the 3-yard line. That's a solid game. Playoff game comes down to this. Tight game. Final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? Quarterback looking to scramble. And he decides to step out of bounds, avoiding the contact. Doesn't have enough for the first down. Comes down to this in this playoff game. Fourth quarter. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Running out of time in the pocket. He's got the first and still going. He makes the stop after a huge play. Moves the ball to the 35. And the offense takes a timeout with 15 seconds remaining. The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game. Final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? And looking to throw now on first down. On the move now. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. And he's finally forced out of bounds inside the 10. Big play to set up a first and goal. Great chance for the offense to tie the game. First and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs.
Absolute pandemonium here right now, Chris. The sideline is scrambling. They don't know whether to go for the tie or the win. Right now, this crowd is so loud, they better quiet down so they can get the call in.
And now the decision is to go for two and win it right here. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he's got it for the two-pointer. What a gamble. What execution. They now lead by one here late in the game. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And with time a factor here late in the game, he'll just take a knee and they'll start the drive at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking to scramble. And the pass is incomplete as time runs out. Game over. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is crucial, W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to wrap it up. The loser starts the offseason. The winner moves on. And so do we. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.